All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Today we're tackling a topic that a lot of you have been asking about.
Mm-hmm.
How to keep relationships fun and exciting.
Yes.
How to keep that spark alive long term.
Absolutely.
And we've got a bunch of interesting tips and ideas here from various relationship experts and...
Psychologists. And I think we're going to uncover some pretty simple,
Okay.
yet super effective strategies.
I like that.
Oh,
Are you ready to dive in?
let's do it.
All right, so the first tip that we came across...
Is all about trying new activities together.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, this sounds kind of obvious, right? Like, do something new with your partner.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling there's got to be more to this than just like, picking a random activity out of a hat.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's actually a really interesting psychological component to this.
Oh, really?
When couples do something new together, something they've never done before.
It actually triggers the release of dopamine.
Dopamine.
Yeah, the feel-good hormone.
And that creates a positive association with the relationship itself.
So it's like you're kind of...
Wiring your brains to connect those good feelings
Exactly.
with spending time together.
That's exactly it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and the research really backs this up.
Studies have shown that couples who regularly try new things together, they report higher levels of relationship satisfaction.
Oh, wow.
And they just feel more connected overall.
So instead of just, I don't know, defaulting to the same old routine every weekend,
Right.
we should be actively seeking out those new experiences.
Absolutely.
What would be some examples?
Yeah, go beyond like,
The typical dinner and a movie.
well, instead of dinner and a movie, how about a pottery class?
Oh.
You can get your hands dirty.
Yeah,
Be creative together.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, or maybe something a little more physically challenging.
Like rock climbing, where you
Oh.
can encourage and support each other.
You could get competitive.
A little bit, yeah.
I like that. The key is to just step outside of that comfort zone.
And find things that genuinely spark your interest as a couple.
That's awesome. I love that idea.
Okay, so the next tip is all about,
Surprise dates.
ooh, fun.
Now, personally, I love surprises.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people might get kind of overwhelmed with this one.
Okay.
Like feeling like they have to plan.
Something super extravagant and over the top.
I get it.
But honestly, that's not the point at all.
It's not.
The real magic of a surprise date is in the thoughtfulness.
Oh.
It's about showing your partner that you really know them.
And that you're willing to put in the effort to make them feel special.
So instead of like...
I don't know, renting out a whole amusement park or something crazy.
Exactly.
It's more about those...
Little things that, they would truly enjoy.
Exactly. Maybe it's surprising them with tickets to their favorite bands.
Oh, yeah.
Or, recreating a special meal that they loved from their childhood.
Wow.
It's about tapping into those little details.
To make them feel seen and understood.
Yeah, that's way more meaningful than a...
Generic bouquet of flowers.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so this next tip.
Really speaks to my adventurous heart. Traveling together.
Oh, I love that one.
I've always felt like travel has this incredible way of...
Bonding people.
It really does.
I mean, think about it. Travel pushes us outside of our comfort zones.
Totally.
Our everyday routines. It exposes us to new cultures, new landscapes, new experiences.
And sometimes you have to rely on each other.
To navigate those new situations.
For sure, like figuring out directions in a foreign country or making decisions on the fly.
Or even just like...
translating something if you don't speak the language.
Exactly. You become a team.
Working together to overcome those challenges.
And those shared experiences.
Both the good and the bad.
Yes.
Become part of your story.
Exactly.
I like that bullet.
You create these inside jokes.
Oh, yeah.
And memories that you can look back on.
And laugh about for years to come.
And it doesn't even have to...
some big extravagant trip across the world.
Right.
You can find adventure
Absolutely.
right in your own backyard.
I totally agree.
Like a weekend road trip.
To a nearby town that you've never been to.
Yeah.
Or even just exploring a new part of your own city.
It's all about that sense of exploration and discovery together.
I love it.
All right, so moving on to the next tip.
Okay.
And this one sounds fun.
Be playful.
Yes.
I like that one.
This one is so important.
Because I think sometimes we get so caught up in the seriousness of life
Totally.
that we forget to just have fun.
And be playful with our partner.
Especially in long-term relationships.
Especially, but playfulness can actually do wonders.
Really?
It reduces stress. It increases intimacy.
Hmm.
And it just reminds you of the joy that you find in each other.
So how do we incorporate more playfulness into our daily lives?
Well, think about little things you can do.
To create those moments of delight?
Like maybe you leave a funny note for your partner in their lunch bag.
Or you surprise them with an impromptu dance party in the kitchen?
I like that.
Just embrace those silly inside jokes.
That you share.
Yes.
It's all about finding those small ways.
To connect, laugh together.
And remind each other of the fun side of your relationship.
I feel like that could really help to
break up the monotony of everyday life.
It definitely can.
Okay, so the last tip.
Seems a little counterintuitive at first.
Okay.
It's about breaking routines.
Ah, interesting.
Now, I always thought routines were supposed to be...
good for us.
It can be.
To a certain extent, routines provide stability and predictability, which can be comforting.
Yeah.
But too much predictability can lead to boredom and stagnation in a relationship.
So we need to find that balance.
Exactly.
Between comfort and excitement.
That's it.
What are some ways that we can...
like out of those ruts without,
creating chaos in our lives.
Start small.
Okay.
If you always order pizza on Friday nights,
Yeah.
why not try a new cuisine? Or you could switch up your usual movie night genre.
There's something completely different.
Like a documentary instead of a comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Even something as simple as changing your route to work.
Can introduce a bit of novelty into your day.
It's like you're choosing to
create new experiences instead of just going through emotions.
Exactly. It's a subtle shift in mindset.
But it can make a big difference.
Wow. This has been so insightful.
It's been fun.
We've covered so much.
From the science behind shared experiences.
to practical tips for being more playful and breaking out of routines.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Before we wrap up this deep dive.
I think the most important thing to remember is that maintaining a fun and exciting relationship is an ongoing process.
Yes.
It requires effort and intentionality.
From both partners.
But the rewards are so worth it.
Absolutely.
I couldn't agree more.
Now, for all of you listening, what's one small, playful thing
you can do today to surprise your partner and inject a little more fun into your relationship? I like that.
Think about it.
And let us know.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
And remember, the most important thing is to have fun along the way.
Always.
We'll see you next time.